Hi everyone, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. It's been 1 week and I want to give you some updates on what's happening in my life. First of all, the opportunity with job didn't work out because for them I'm too expensive. They need like someone who will do all this technical stuff, and it's like a routine work, so they need someone cheap, and the price that I set up was too expensive for them, which is okay, and it happens. So my mindset in this situation is that it means that the project that I'm working on needs me more than this kind of job, and I need to focus on my project and my concept that I want to create. And if something is not working out, it means that it will not help me to get where I want to be. So this is how I perceive it now. A few months ago, a few years ago, definitely I would be disappointed, stressed out. I would think, oh my God, I need to, reduce my price, my value, and just get the job because it's something that I thought from the first time. But now, when I think about it, I think, like I explained, in a different way, and I think this kind of mentality and mindset will lead me to where I want to be. So I wanted to share it with you just for you to understand when I will be there, how I thought about it in the moment, because it's a lot of people create content who is already on the top of the mountain, and they like give us information like how it was for them, but in reality they give information for within a couple of minutes about years of their life, illuminating all of the complexity that was going in their life. So I want to record it this way, so once I'm there, anyone can go and see how I was thinking in the moment when I was going through situations. So another thing that I wanted to share, that I started my new morning routine. I found a teacher, and she's like energy, a women energy kind of, I would say, guide. So we started doing meditations and yoga exercises that has the purpose of creating, developing skills like focus and consciousness and mindfulness and awareness of what's going on with my body as a woman. And I think it's quite important to emphasize it, especially for women, because there are plenty of coaches, businessmen, and all of them are men, and they write books and they do stuff. And women who are also famous, it's rare when they are feminine. They still look very masculine. They still do not show the feminine side of it all. And in my understanding, from my perspective, it's very important to grow as a woman, not as a man, because there are plenty of men already outside who can show you how to do stuff, who can teach you how to do stuff. But there are not many women who can do the same thing, but in a feminine way. So my main purpose to stay myself, to stay a woman and still develop a huge business that I want to develop, and I think it's very important, especially for women on the planet Earth, to understand that we are capable of things, we can do stuff in our own way, and it will be constructive and it will not conflict with the concept of how men do that, and we can create a better future for both genders on this planet. So I started practicing more, and I feel more conscious about what I'm doing, how I eat, what I think. It gave me more clear, the right word would be clear vision, clear understanding of what I think about and how I feel during the day. Because the concept is the way I feel and what I think about, that those things I attract in the outside world, in the material world. And I see it when I'm in the condition of, inner conflict, when I'm irritated, annoyed, or angry. Those things attract to me, situations, people. I perceive people in a certain way, so it triggers more of those feelings. When I started noticing that, thanks to those practices and meditations, I started controlling, managing what's going on inside. And it seems like magic, but it's very logical, and I think it has a scientific proof that I'm not aware of, but definitely it is there. I stopped perceiving people and projecting on them what's going on inside of me, and instead I started dealing within what's within me. And it's way easier because I cannot control people, I cannot manipulate people. I mean, I can if I want, but it will require plenty of effort, energy, and time. But it's easier to manage it inside of me without projection on the outside world. For example, if I feel angry and I'm not aware of it, when I look at someone and they, for example, have a disappointed face or face with anger as well, I would automatically start to look for the conflict. I would think, oh, they are not happy with me, or I disappointed them in some way, so I will start connect myself with that person, with their facial expressions. Instead of that, I track that, okay, I feel angry now, and I distract myself from the outside world, and I focus completely on what's going on, how do I feel inside, and I start working with that anger, asking myself questions like, why am I angry, what was the cause, when it started, and I retrack the moment when it started, and okay, this has happened because I didn't sleep well, for example, because the window was open and the wind was too noisy, and I woke up and I couldn't fall asleep and I feel exhausted. So how can I help myself now with this exhaustion? Because I have to do, I need to take my son to school, I need to do groceries, for example, I need to create content for YouTube and all of that, and there is a schedule, and I need to be in time with all of those things. So I'm okay, once I'm on the way, instead of thinking about work, I can look at the window and just chill, relax, breathe. On the way back, when I'm doing groceries, how I can make it easier for myself. For example, I can go not to the shop that is far away. I can buy just a little bit, the most necessary things that across the road, for example, and save my energy. So stuff like that. Those small things help me to calm down, to focus on my feelings and stay like centralized, not like a wave, in the ocean when it's stormy, but calm down, be focused, and understand that, okay, I know how to deal with it now. So automatically, when I go back to the outside world, when I look at the people again, I don't see them like that. Even though I see the same face that is irritated or annoyed, I start to think differently. I'm like, okay, something happened with this person, and I move on. I do not focus on that. I do not, create a snowball from anger inside of me. And these small things, they actually create a huge difference, because from the morning till I go to sleep, I have around like 16 hours of not sleeping. And imagine within these 16 hours, if I start from that small snowball of anger, within those 16 hours, it will be huge, and it's only one day. But instead of it, I worked on it from scratch, from the small tiny bit, and I resolved it, so I don't have a snowball, and my day is going in a completely different way, and everything that I do has a completely different color and situation. So I hope it will help you to understand the nature of your emotions and how to deal with them when you feel something, because I understand that in the beginning, when we have no connection with our emotions, we are scared of them, we don't want to deal with them and all that. Usually people who are like that, they like, I'm in a hurry, I don't have time for this. Or I'm too scared, I don't even want to look there. So when we are in the condition like this, things that I'm saying sounds like some kind of faraway story that makes no sense. But once you get closer to yourself, once you get closer to the core of your emotions, when you're more and more reconnected with your body, with your emotions, with your energy, with your soul, you will feel that, and you will understand more and hear more of what I'm saying here. And I just wish you to get to the point where you're able to hear me and understand what I'm saying. And if you already understand what I'm talking about, if it compels to you and resonates with you, just let me know in the comments or in any way. So thank you so much for your attention. I have what's gonna happen in next week. I have a test. I already booked my MOT because it expired. And these couple of weeks will be the last weeks of school, and I have to make a decision. I give myself time because I don't want to create extra pressure for myself, but I need to make a decision if I'm staying at school or not, and I fully go to self-employment, because self-employment brings me more and more money now. And and thank you as well for your support. This is an important part. I want to emphasize that I started setting up financial goals, like each month I increase the amount of money that I want to make. For example, I started that from the amount, like I want to make extra 60 pounds, the next month extra 120 pounds, and every time it's doubled. And funny enough that when I set up a goal of 60 pounds, I made 120. And when I set up a goal of 120 pounds, I made 228 pounds. So it's interesting how we limit ourselves and how actually we can make more than we think we can. So yeah, at least it's in my case. I understand that probably on the way there's gonna be like backups. I will go back and start from scratch again, but it won't be from scratch, it will be just something less. But I'm okay with that. It's life. Or maybe it's not gonna happen. Maybe steadily will go up and up and up. I don't know. But yeah, with those financial goals, you are also part of that, and thank you so much for supporting me, because I understand if I wouldn't create that channel, I wouldn't have your support. And I hope that what you shared with me will go back to you 10 times bigger, and I wish you that from all of my heart. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences, commenting, liking, subscribing, and supporting me on this journey. See you next Friday.